on your face. Thought you had me, but I know the game. You smile like peace, but you move like a thief. Kept the truth in your teeth while you fed me relief. Said it was love, but it felt like a leash. You studied my silence and called it relief. Told me trust, but your words had strings. Every story was a setup for the next that thing. You ain't met.
No.
No, you
Don't
awake.
say that.
He's awake.
Mr. Ham Sandwich. Listen, folks, I've been giving it to them this morning. They don't know what time it is, but they gonna find out.
All right, y'all. We got a magic trick. Welcome to the series.
Tricksters.
No. Welcome to the series Magic Trick.
No, it's Tricksters.
No, we doing Tricksters.
I'm changing the name, y'all. Damn. I done told you.
Wait a minute.
Okay. All right, stop playing for real.
I'm not starting this over. Listen here.
Nah.
Welcome to the series. Boy, pay attention.
I was looking at it. I was like, damn, that nigga got that J straight.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, again.
All right, wait.
Let's try this game.
Wait. You gonna wait? Why I always gotta be? Why I can't say welcome to the series?
Well, then you do it then.
All right, cool. Ready?
Go.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to the series.
Magic Trick. First up,
Me.
Trickster.
Why I can't be first up? Why it can't be me? Why first up can't be Chuck?
Okay.
We got never mind.
I don't know.
Forget it. We talk about Tricksters, so let's just do that.
We at work. Would you get it together? Get it together. Get it together.
Okay.
All
right.
Y'all. We preparing for Gizmo's birthday. My youngest is turning the big 1-8
and
on
you know
Friday.
This, man. That don't mean you grown. You just of age, little nickel.
And by the time we get this all together, this will appear on his birthday.
Right.
So, we told you that we were going after the magicians, the illusionists, the tricksters, and bringing out the wild card and everybody. So,
yeah, baby.
Guess what?
It's time.
It's time. It's Peter time. Wait, is that the song?
Hey, look, we need to get that little jump, from the old 80s music. It's time.
Okay.
Oh, we need some music. Man, listen. We can't be. Listen, we need to have some fun this week. My little dude, he's turning
18.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta get him.
Magic Trick is gonna go a little bit. What? Don't make me punch you.
Say that.
Magic Trick is gonna go a bit different. As you can see, that we are a little bit looser. We're a little bit into what we're doing. So first, you're gonna see the poems. Then you're gonna see the whispering words. Then you're gonna see the teaching.
You said we was gonna be.
Then you're gonna see the teachers, but that's not the core of Magic Trick.
Right.
The core of Magic Trick is the conversations, the raw conversation between the king and the queen, as we are going to enlighten you about a couple of things that these people do in your life. Now, we already took you through checkmate.
Yeah.
We
did.
What's the pieces? We took you through the queen, the king, the rook, the pawn.
Let's start that again.
Okay.
We took you through the king, the queen, the bishop, the knight, and the rook.
Now, we are going to teach you the tricks.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't mean that bad, because some of y'all said, oh my God, you're going to do magic trick? What you come talking about tricks? I don't mean the trick you found on the street. I mean the trick that people do in your life.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
And then they forget to say ta-da, so you know they did the trick.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we do this, we're going to be leading you from Tricksters into Savage Phoenix. Which, along with Savage Phoenix, will come the Magician. What are you clapping your hands for?
Look, she didn't expect me to have the answer, y'all. Thank you very much.
No!
Y'all know I be all the pieces on name and saying the names and stuff, and she gonna throw me out there. So I'm just applauding her because she ain't throw me out there. So good job.
Then we're going into August, and in August is my mother's birthday. She will be, she's already been 1 year gone. This will be her first birthday since she has died. So in August, we're going to be coming up against the queens that is going to appear with the illusionist. But the queen that's going to appear with the illusionist is going to be Ratchet. Along with Bulletproof
Can't stand
Soul.
that chick.
Huh?
Oh.
What you say?
I said I can't stand that chick.
Wrong with Bulletproof Soul. And we're going to give you the triple whammy come August, which is going to lead us into the winter time. And we might have our very first sponsor. Do you know who that is?
Oh, I can't. See, what had happened was, yeah, there you go. I would show y'all my feet, but
so
putting the leg up there, you know.
Now, what do you have in store for what we about to do today?
So what we about to do today? What I got in store?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean? You know what I'm working on.
Okay, this is go to well.
None of y'all business. Mind your beeswax.
All right, y'all.
Nah.
Y'all ready for us to show y'all a trick? I mean, that's what I give him.
Okay.
Get your mind right, man. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Magic trick.
Back up, I'm stepping in mean. Lip gloss popping, crown sitting clean. Ain't here for the soft talk, this room got heat. Savage room queen still snatching the seat. I don't beg, I don't chase, I don't cry. I just boss up, glow up, and tell them bye. Got them shook off the walk in the side eye. I'm the whole plate, baby, you a small fry. Click, clack in my heels, that's power. Big drip ain't sweet, I devour. Make them freeze when I talk, no stutter. Built my throne while they built, they clutter. Savage room queen, huh? Step on the scene, huh? Money long edges laid, everything mean, huh? They talk, I don't flinch, I just lean, huh? Snatching wigs and respect, I'm the dream, huh? Ayy, I'm that baddie in the war zone. Still cute with a blade and a two-tone. Heavy crown, big talk, rhinestone. Say it loud, queen got her own throne. Broke hearts and broke records, I'm rude. Say grace when I eat, then I chew. In my bag, in my vibe, in my zone. Got 'em pressed like a lace front zone. Took pain, flipped it into Prada. Now I'm spicy like hot enchiladas. Every loss was a setup for a flex. Now they watching my moves like a text. Y'all wanted humble, should've caught me last season. This one is savage for a reason. No chair, I bring my own and raise it. No love lost, I just replaced it. Savage room queen, huh? Step on the scene, huh? Money long, edges laid, everything mean, huh? They talk, I don't flinch, I just lean, huh? Snatching wigs and respect, I'm the dream, huh? Clap back, nah, baby, I dance on it. Crown straight, always. Name, you know it. Queen of the room, you better show it.
Welcome to the Savage Room, everybody. This is Tricksters. And as in our usual tradition, we're going to open with a small prayer. Heavenly Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, we enter this room not with fear, but with fire. Not with confusion, but with clarity, Lord. Not with weakness, but with wisdom. Lord, your word says in 2 Corinthians 11:14 that Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. Today, we declare no disguise, no charm, no smooth talk shall deceive the children of God in this space. Unmask the tricksters, Lord. Expose every hidden hand. Burn every mask that covers manipulation. As it is written in Proverbs 26, Lord, you said, let the pleasant words of the deceiver be dismantled, and let their hidden hatred be revealed. Anyone sent to this room to manipulate emotions, twist truth, or offer counterfeit comfort, let their assignment be overturned by Holy Ghost fire. According to Matthew 7:15, wolves dress like sheep. So, Father, we ask for discernment, sharp as steel. Let no wolf escape detection. Let no flattering spirit go unchecked. Let us no longer be moved by appearances, O Lord, but by the truth of your word, O God. We break every agreement made for approval's sake. As declared in Galatians 1:10, we are not here to be liked. We are here to be aligned with you, O Lord. Disconnect us from any soul tie, trauma bond, or trickster alliance that has compromised our spiritual vision. In the spirit of Psalm 55, every sweet talker, Lord, who carries swords in their mouth, be silenced now in Jesus' name. Let the war in their hearts be made known. Let their hidden agenda collapse. Father, you said in John 1, Lord, you said in 1 John 4, to test every spirit. So we test every voice in this room, every presence, every energy, every compliment. And if it's not from you, we cast it down. Let the anointing expose the imposter. Let the Spirit interrogate every smile. According to Ecclesiastes 7:7, we cancel every bribe, every seductive offer, every trade-off that would corrupt our purpose. We shall not be fooled by gifts that carry poison. We shall not be bought. Finally, in the strength of Ephesians 5, we refuse to be patterns and partners with those who walk in deception. We renounce every allegiance formed through manipulation, and we reclaim every piece of ourselves, our mind, our spirits, our confidence, our peace. Father, let this savage room be made like a courtroom of truth, a war room of clarity, a holy fire pit where every lie is incinerated and every trickster is unseated. We put on the full armor of God, we walk in truth, and we take back the power that was stolen through manipulation. In fact, Lord, you said if the thief be found, that he should give back sevenfold. That's 7 times his substance, even of all his house. We have found the thief, and we command sevenfold. We command a return of our own minds and spirits and confidence and peace in the name of Jesus. We seal this moment in the name of Jesus Christ. We seal it with blood, with truth, and with holy fire. Amen.
Amen.
And amen.
Subtle magic tricks, manipulation isn't love, it's strategy. You watched me flip my mind, you called it love, but I called the trick, now I see it all. Yeah. Heart in your hand, mask on your face, thought you had me, but I know the game. You smile like peace, but you move like a thief. Kept the truth in your teeth while you fed me belief. Said it was love, but it felt like a leash. You studied my silence and called it relief. Told me trust, but your words had strings. Every story was a setup for the next that thing. You ain't magic, you a mirror with smoke. But it closer to choke every hope I spoke. You didn't shout, you whispered deep. Made me feel the ground beneath my feet. Mental maze, you built that fast. Now I'm Neo in your spell, breaking glass. Magic tricks, you played that slick. Heart full of knives, mind full of tricks. Watch me fall and twist the blame. Now I rise and I break that game. Magic tricks, but I see now clear. You're faking, sir, your ghosted tears. No more shows, no more scripts. I burn your stage, no more tricks. Click, click, mind glitch, watch how you twitch. Charms are con and your soul don't switch. You mirrored me just a minute and mock. Now I crack the glass in your mind box. Prey on pain, that's your lane. You gaslight fast and smile through shame. Call it love, now that's math. Add my bruise where you split my path. Pulled my strings like marionette. Wrote my script, but I never said yes. Played cool when you stole my breath. Now I fight back full force, no rest. Triple time mind twist, lyrical blade. I spit truth where you throw shade. I'm the glitch in your spellbound code. You can't play what already knows. Magic tricks, you played that slick. Heart full of knives, mind full of tricks. Watch me fall and twist the blame. Now I rise and I break that game. Magic tricks, but I see now clear. You're faking, sir, your ghosted tears. No more shows, no more scripts. I burn your stage, no more tricks. You thought I'd stay hypnotized, trapped in your eyes, but I manipulation, and now I'm the escape artist. Vantage quick, I cut the what John becomes. The trickster doesn't scream, doesn't chase, they just smile. Take everything without you noticing until it's gone.
You smiled like peace, spoke like prayer, walked in the room like you'd always been there. I thought you were light, I followed the glow, but every step closer, the colder it goes. You asked all the right questions, said all the right things, held me like an answer, but clipped my wings. Feel my heart, studied it first, learned the cracks, made them worse. I called it love, but you called it game, and I never even saw the flame. Smile that stole me, one off red. You just watched while I faced the bet, and every yes I gave for free was one more piece you took from me. You never had to raise your voice, just made silence feel like choice. You wrapped your lies in velvet words. I heard the song but missed the curse. You played sweet while I unravel, pulled my strings then watched me travel. And when I broke you called it fate, but baby you taught me how to wait. Now I see the danger don't always bark. Sometimes it dances, sometimes it parks, sometimes it smiles like it belongs, and sings your pain in your own song. The smile that stole me had no fangs, just charm and timing, smoke and slang. You didn't need a light, just time to wear my truth and sell it as mine. But I see you now, mask and all, no more shadows, no more fall. Your smile don't steal from me no more. I lock the door, I know the score. You never had to raise your voice, just made silence feel like choice. You wrapped your lies in velvet words. I heard the song but missed the curse. You played sweet while I unravel, pulled my strings then watched me travel. And when I broke you called it fate, but baby you taught me how to wait. Now I see the danger don't always bark. Sometimes it dances, sometimes it parks, sometimes it smiles like it belongs, and sings your pain in your own song. You played sweet while I unravel, pull my straddles, no more fall. Your smile don't steal from me no more. I lock the door, I know the score.
Subtle magic tricks, manipulation isn't love, it's strategy. You watched me, flip my mind. You called it love, but I called it trick. Now I see it all.
They sent me a poem and called it a bag of tricks. But they didn't know that I was going to turn it into an affirmation for the wild card. Welcome to my bag of tricks. They didn't come with fists. They came with smiles, soft, warm, deadly in style. A bag of tricks slung behind their back, whispers in their teeth, knives in their laugh. They weren't party tricks, nor sleight of hands. These were mind games designed to brand. A look here, a word there, a silence so sweet, you question your worth while they stayed on beat. They dressed up harm and borrowed grace, wore fake concern across their face. A hug with hooks, a kiss that stings. They used your story to clip your wings. They studied you, learned your cry, then served it back as a lullaby. Sparkled love with sugar on shame, but every move was just the same old game. They danced like light, moved like trust, until your mirror turned into dust. Your voice grew small, your doubt grew loud. You forgot yourself to make them proud. Every smile, a setup, every joke, a knife. They played the hero while drawing and draining your life. But here's the twist they never saw. I watched, I listened, I learned it all. I mapped the maze and cracked the code. I rose from silence and broke they molds. So keep your tricks, your mask, your spin. You won't play me like a puppet, wrapped in your own sin. I've seen the stage, I've heard the script. You don't own me. You never did. Your charm is tired, your web is worn. You are a fooled old fighter, but I am reborn. So take your bag and vanish fast. Your time is up. Your spell sure won't last. I walk in truth and light and flame. You'll never trick me again, and no one else around me by name. This heart untied, this mind set free. Now watch me take your bag of tricks and set all the other queens just like me.
You showed us on a saddle, arms wide, eyes kind. Said you understood the chaos in my mind. You held my tears like you'd seen them before, but behind your comfort was a closing door. You called it empathy, I called it grace, but somehow I kept losing face. You made my pain your playground, and I never even saw the game. Soft hands, sharp lies. You were concerned like a clever disguise. Held me just to keep me still. Listen just enough to kill. You wore my heart like a mask on your own. Made my truth feel overblown. Soft hands, sharp lies. You never cared, just knew how to cry.
You mirrored me, reflected back my fears, and every night felt like you'd been here for years. But your care was scripted, you weren't rehearsed. You knew just how to break me, sweet and versed. I told you things that buried deep. You took my wounds and made them cheap. And when I reached out to hold your hand, you used my reach to help you stand. You don't have to yell to be a thief. You wore kindness like a weapon beneath. Now I know not every hug means hope. Some come to pull you down the rope.
Soft hands, sharp lies, but I've learned to see behind the eyes. Your love was a custom stitched in pain. Your empathy left a stain.
Subtle magic tricks, manipulation isn't love, it's strategy. You watch.
Step into the Savage Room. This is Bear with Whispering Words, and we're here with the Trickster. The Trickster don't knock, they slide in silence. All slow smirks and Sunday smiles, wearing your favorite language like perfume, just enough real to leave you confused. They don't come to take, they come to rewrite, rewriting what you feel, what you said, what you know, what you are. You're too sensitive. You misunderstood me. That's not what I meant. Why do you always think the worst? And just like that, your gut starts to whisper, but your head shouts over it. That's the trick. They don't silence you, they make you question your own sound. They won't raise their voice, they'll always lower yours. They don't break you with rage, they dismantle you with logic. Stone by stone, smile by smile, they dress sabotage in soft tones, call control connection, call manipulation just how I love, and you believe it, because it doesn't look like war. But baby, it is. They study you, mirror you, map your love language just to weaponize it. They'll say, I care, but never when it counts. They'll hold you, but only when it hushes your truth. They'll applaud your strength, then poison your roots. And all the while, you'll wonder if you are the problem. But here's the whisper they didn't expect. You don't get to dance in my chaos and call it care. You don't get to use my silence as proof of your innocence. You don't get to wear my trust like camouflage. I see you now, mask off, magic gone, game over. Real love doesn't confuse. Real care doesn't vanish when confronted. Real connection doesn't cost clarity. And me, I ain't your trick. I ain't your echo. I'm the voice you didn't expect to rise. So keep your whispers, keep your calm, keep that dusty bag of illusions. I reclaim my fire, and this time it burns through the lies. This is the Savage Room.
Subtle magic tricks, manipulation isn't love, it's strategy. You watched me, flip my mind. You called it love, but I called the trick. Now I see it all.
What's up, all my savages out there? We're gonna keep this simple today because I'm gonna tell y'all about how to reclaim your power, right? I'm gonna give y'all 5 truths every savage soul should know about the trickster. This is gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna be up here before y'all long. Y'all know I'm a little bit long-winded, but I ain't gonna be that today. I'm just gonna give it to you real and keep it pushing because we got a lot coming up. So more to this. So truth number 1. They confuse you to control you. Truth number 1, they confuse you to control you. Okay. Couldn't see my green light. All right. So tricksters don't just attack, they disorient, right? They want you around in a cloud. They build fog around your feelings and then say you're being sensitive. Why are you being sensitive? They make you question your own sanity until you surrender your voice. That's the thing. To keep you in a cloud, to tell you that when you're trying to set your boundaries, they're gonna tell you you're being sensitive, right? And then they're gonna continue to try to break down your boundaries and your barriers by telling you things like you're sensitive and keeping a fog about things all around you until you finally just surrender your voice. Look, I don't even feel like talking. I don't even feel like saying nothing. You're like, dude, did you see what you just gonna let her do that? Man, I don't feel like going through that right now. That's how they have you. Just don't feel like it. Look, 1 Corinthians 14:33 says that God is not the author of confusion. God is not the author of confusion, but of love, peace, and a sound mind. So if they're not coming from the understanding of love, peace, and a sound mind, they're not coming from the understanding of God. What standing are they coming from? I'm gonna let you figure that out. See, the savage truth is, if you're always apologizing for how you feel, and you know everything is, oh my bad, oh I'm sorry. You always apologizing for how you feel. That's not love. You in a trap. You ain't in love. You in a trap. I'm just saying, folks. I'm trying to help somebody. Let me reveal the trick for you, because let me tell you. First of all, these tricksters love to do the abracadabra, right? Abracadabra is they're showing you all this, and you're seeing all this in this hand, but this hand over here, if you pay attention, is the one that's doing the trick. So they engineer chaos, and then they try to call it chemistry. Meanwhile, confusion is their camouflage. I bet you right now some of y'all in a relationship, a friendship, or whatever, or somebody you got that's close around you a lot, they engineered some chaos and a whole bunch of drama to come your way and stepped in and helped you. Woo, boy, I ain't gonna tell some of y'all know what I'm talking about, because that's an old trick. That's a very old school trick. You gotta know about it. It's used in other cases and scenarios, but people use it to just attach to people they want to drain. So pay attention. Pay attention. They engineer chaos, right? and they call it chemistry. The whole time they slithering in through all the chaos because that's their camouflage. Pay attention. Try every spirit. Number 2 truth you need to know about a trickster. They really want your blueprint, not your bomb. You're like, huh? Your blueprint? Yeah, pay attention. They ask questions, but like they ask deep questions, but never give deep answers. They watch you bleed and journal your pain. You might even see a little look of pleasure on their face when they're doing it. Then they weaponize your wounds when it benefits them. Now somebody gonna bring up something that they watched you go through that they probably caused, and then stepped in and said they helped you, and then they're gonna later say, "Look, remember this?" Because why? Because they want to revel in your pain. These are the listen. You should never look at a trickster as a human. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, they don't have the same emotions. Uh, they don't have the same morals or anything. They're very amoral people. Proverbs 18:2 says, "A fool jokes." I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me look at it to make sure I got this correct. A fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion. To understand something, you have to, first of all, have a level of submission. And you have to really actually be in tune, or at least have a knowledge of their position that they stand in, to really understand something. And a fool's not going to take time to understand. They're not going to take time to hear you. They're just going to be waiting for you to shut up so it's their turn to talk. I'm just talking off the top of my head. Woo, I'm just talking off the top of my head, y'all. Listen. They watch you bleed. They journal your pain. They weaponize your wounds for their benefit. You call them your friend. Scripture say you was a fool. You ain't took time to understand. You just want somebody to hear your opinion. Stop talking all the time. Pay attention. Because the talking all the time is what got them deep into what you are, and you still ain't got a shallow clue about who they are. So, the savage truth is, if they know your wounds but never cover them, they're not listening. They're laughing inside. They're taking pleasure. Because a person that has any care for another person, they're going to cover their wounds. They're not going to try and bring them out and rub salt in them and look at you and just soak it all in. Yeah. Savage truth. For all my savages out there. Understand? So let me reveal the trick to you right quick. They're not building trust. They're building a file. You think it's connection, but it's collection. And when you're thinking you connect, this person is connecting with you and stuff, if they connecting you with you, how come they got all this deep knowledge and information on you, your feelings and everything you're going through, but you can't really, if you think real good, where are theirs? When have they opened up to you? What deepness do you know about them? Oh, nothing? Really? It's funny. So, truth number 3. Truth number 3 that you need to know, every savage needs to know this, that the trickster will mock what they cannot manipulate. Because tricksters are ultimate manipulators. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, stop me from talking. Blah, blah, blah. Now, tricksters are ultimately manipulators. This is what they do. This is what they do. And when they can't manipulate, they mock. They clown you. They clown your faith. Joke about your boundaries. They call your dreams extra. But it's not humor, it's harm. Dressed up in a ha-ha. So that person is speaking to you and acting like your friend, but they joke about everything that's serious to you. It's a joke to them. They hate you. I'm speaking from experience. They hate you. Okay. Might be a little hard to hear. Might be a little hard to hear. But Ephesians 4:29 says, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but only that which builds up. Again, if they're not coming to you from a standpoint, from a God standpoint, then what stance are they coming from? There's only one left. There's only God and Satan, buddy. Listen. Listen, there's only love and hate. There's no gray area. I know that's scary. There's no fence to be on. I know that's scary for a lot of you who never hopped off the freaking fence. But if a person is not loving you, they are hating you. It's one hand or the other. That's it. So if your pain is someone else's pleasure, aka joke, comic, entertainment, just playing. If your pain is that for someone else, that someone else should never be around you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If it hurts you when they laugh, believe the laugh. Let go of the lie. That's simple. Okay. Now, I'm going to give y'all the prestige. Y'all know what prestige is, right? When it comes to tricks, magic tricks. The prestige is how they actually do the trick. Right? You take the card, you throw it against the glass, come on the other side. Well, how do you do that? That's the prestige, the part that they keep away from you. You shouldn't have that knowledge. I can only trick you. You can never trick me. I can only trick you. That's the prestige. So I'm going to reveal to y'all now the prestige. They stab, then smirk. The joke ain't sugar. It's poison. Okay? That's the prestige. They wrap the poison up in sugar, and then they pass it to you. So now you're thinking somebody just gave you sugar. This person is sugar to me, but I feel poisoned. Can you say something ain't right? I'm just saying, people. I'm just saying. The number 4. Let's go to number 4. The number 4 thing every savage soul needs to know about a trickster is that they use guilt as a leash. Say, what? Guilt as a leash? Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. Yep. They use guilt as a leash. They remind you of what they did for you every time you try to walk away. Their version of love always costs you something like your freedom. Yeah, that's what it costs you. Their version of love costs you your freedom. They use guilt to hold like a leash, hold you. You're only gonna go where I want you to go. You can't go too far, doggy. Cause slow down. Slow down. Sounds funny. Might sound funny. Don't feel funny. They say the truth hurts. In Proverbs 20:19, right? Says gossip betrays confidence. Hold on, I got it down right here. I'm gonna show y'all something. Today, listen, the sun done baked. It's 100 degrees outside. Listen, gossip betrays a confidence. Avoid anyone who talks too much. Y'all ever heard that old saying that it's better to let somebody think you're a fool than open your mouth and prove them right? You can never put confidence in a trickster. When you do, you have been deceived wholly. You have been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. Run amok. Because they're going to gossip. They're going to tell this person. Why? Because the trickster got to brag about his tricks. Why do you think on stage they do a magic trick and then go, ta-da? Because they want everybody to see and they want people to applaud. Tricksters, man. Worst piece of work, I'm telling you. Worst piece of work. Worst piece of work. All right, y'all ready for the savage truth about this thing? Okay. Real love gives. Real love is always giving, right? Real love gives. Manipulation, send invoices. Yeah, remember I did this for you. You know I need you to. Hey, look, don't act like that. I need you to do this. You know I'm gonna look out. You know I always looked out for you. I did this for you. Remember when them people did that? Word. Somebody you got a connection with. No, a real connection is a real connection. I don't got to remind you of what I did for you because it don't matter. I need you right now. You know that, and you're gonna help me. With the trickster, he can't even answer the phone. Let that nigga live. Whoo, Lord. Let one of them think you're gonna need something. Watch how unavailable they become. Watch how quick an argument come out of nowhere, uh, like a tornado in the story of Job. Just come out of nowhere from 3 different directions. The trickster. What you want me to tell you? They not full of crap. Can't do that. I'll be one of them then. So, let me give you the prestige. Reveal the trick to you real quick. They ain't blessed you. They baited you. Their kindness was credit. And they gonna come to collect. That's the truth. That's why a lot of these times people be offering me something, I'm like, nah, I'm straight. Just like the other day I was out there, it was 100 degrees outside. I was outside doing some work and stuff. I was out there for hours. And I was come across this dude that I know. He was like, yeah, I got some water. You want some water? I'm like, nah. Because as soon as you give me this water, I know what type of person he is. He gonna be looking for something from me, and it's gonna be way more than water. You know, it's like never borrow a cigarette in the penitentiary, and they're gonna ask you for 1,000 of them back. So like, you gotta watch these tricksters because they always up to something. Not most of the time, all of the time. Not some of the time, but all of the time. Nothing from a trickster is a blessing. I promise you. It's a bait. It's bait just as sure as that worm I put on a hook catch me a fish. It's bait. Number 5, y'all. Here we go. Number 5 thing that we need to know is a savage soul. Number 5 thing you need to know about these low life some so tricksters. You don't need permission to protect your peace from them. You don't need someone's permission to tell them, look, I don't want to be bothered. You don't know access to people who handled you recklessly. Listen, you don't need closure when the fruit already told the story. The Bible says you know people by their fruit. You might can't really know the heart of a person, but you can know them by their fruit. What are they producing? What comes out of the things that they do? Man, if this person, this dude, he always doing something that end me up in trouble. Really. I got all this drama because this nigga don't know how to keep his mouth shut. For real. Oh man, a girl, man, this heifer, I'm gonna tell you what she did to me. They still got access. The low down dirty bastard got access. The snake got access. I'm just saying, you know that. What I mean, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying. Why do they have access? Shut the door on them. It's done. They toast. Let me see what the Bible says. Matthew 7:16 says, "By their fruit you will know them." Oh, that's the same thing I just said. By their fruit you will know them. What is fruit? Fruit is what is produced out of whatever they plant or sow into your life. So if everything they do turn out to be some BS for you, unless you're hard of learning, then you done figured out this person is a trickster. This person has deceived me. This person has bamboozled me. This person hoodwinked me, and now I have to cut them off. Like Delarice, now I got to cut you. Just cutting them off, though. I ain't gonna get physical on it. So the savage truth is, you should stop trying to prove the stop trying to prove the pattern. Trust the proof. Walk away clean. Listen. Trust the truth. Trust the truth. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Trust the truth. Okay? The patterns are there. Everything is shown. So, oh yeah, I forgot. Let me give y'all the prestige to this last one, number 5. This magic trick. The trick revealed is this. They make you feel selfish for choosing peace. But that guilt, it's a spell. And now, you've broken it. Take a deep breath. Let out that sigh. Brush the little dirt left over right off your shoulder. It's a wrap.
You held me like a secret you'd never tell. Spoken sugar, but your silence screamed as well. Every kiss was a question, every hug a disguise. I drank your love blind, never read through the lies. Came wrapped in comfort, clothed in charm, but every promise had a trigger, every touch brought harm. Your peace felt like war in slow motion time. Now I'm bleeding from a hug I thought was mine. Sweet venom on your tongue and I still let you speak. Cold in love, but it made me weak. You smiled and I sank like stone. How can poison feel like home? Sweet venom, trust and grace. You touched my soul, then erased my face. I should've known when it felt too right. The devil don't always come at night. You played the savior with a serpent's grin. Taught me to lose while pretending I'd win. Your silence was strategy, your sorry was show. I was your canvas, now I finally know. You don't have to scream to cause a scar. You just left me guessing who you really are. Apologies like perfume, hiding the stench. You were a fire, and I was the wrench. But I'm done sipping shadows and calling it wine. I'm done loving half of you while losing all of mine. You can keep your sweet with your hidden knife. I'm choosing peace, I'm choosing life. Sweet venom, way sweet no more. I found the lock, I closed that door. Your charm won't chain me, I broke that spell. You were heaven wrapped in a little hell. Sweet venom, oh you played it so well. But I've learned to love myself. You ain't sweet no more. I found the lock, I closed that door. Your charm won't chain me, I broke that spell. You were heaven wrapped in a little hell. Sweet venom, oh you played it so well. But I've learned to love myself.
We always come to the part where we gotta do our pledge. Hey queens, are you ready for this? This is the Savage Room Pledge. Step with me. I step into the Savage Room as more than just a woman. I step in as a queen, crown steady, spirit unshaken, fire untamed. This is not just a room. It's a revelation. It's a reckoning. It's a remember of who the hell I am. I pledge to own my own power, fully, unapologetically, and without permission. I will not shrink to make others comfortable. I will not be silenced in my truth to keep peace. I will not carry shame for the battles that I have survived. I am here. I am here to rise. I am here to reclaim, and I am here to rule. I vow to stand with my sisters. I vow to stand with my brothers. I vow to stand not in competition, but in fierce, unbreakable sisterhood. I will celebrate their victories as my own and remind them of their strength when they forget. I will uplift. I will empower. I will never, ever dim another queen's or king's light because I know my own strength and I know my light shines just as bright. In this room, I shed the weight of doubt. In this room, I sharpen my mind. In this room, I sharpen my voice. In this room, I sharpen my soul. In this room, I am unstoppable. When I walk out, the world will know my name. I am resilient. I am limitless. I am Queen Savage. Long live the Savage Room. Long live me. Long live you. Let's get it, queens. Doors open.
Subtle magic tricks, manipulation isn't love, it's strategy. You watch me, flip my mind. You called it love, but I called the trick. Now I see it all.
Silent sabotage, a mental manipulation. When someone doesn't steal your heart, they steal your mind. I used to chase my thoughts, now I second guess every step. You spoke so soft, made right feel wrong till I forgot what right even meant.
Somebody told me that they can't tell anyway when I'm sitting down and standing up. Y'all know y'all can kiss the right part of my booty. Anyway, y'all know who I am. This will be my part. So, let's explain a couple of things. Let's break this down for you right quick. Before I teach you how to disarm the silent thief of peace, which is a trickster, I'm going to explain to y'all why we're doing this series. You see, Magic Trick was made from a certain person that I will not name her, but she is a creator that has over 1.9 million followers. And she asked me to do a series with her called Magic Trick. She wanted to talk about the magician and the tricks and the illusionists and everything that I was going to do, that I have done on the Savage Room, except one thing. She only wanted to keep it to herself. It was going to premiere me and Chuck, because we would be doing all the work. But it was going to be on her channel, and we not allowed to take no royalties, no nothing from it. And I'm going to tell you why I'm telling you this. You see, when we did Magic Trick a long time ago, and if you go back a year, if you've been with us a long time, you know we did a form of Magic Trick. That got everybody talking. And then when I noticed, a lot of y'all like to talk, none of y'all like to move. So let me help you out here. This is the Savage Room Magic Trick. First up, part 1, Tricksters. Chuck done told you how to see them, how to know who you're looking for, how to understand who they are in your life. And I'm going to teach you how to disarm them. You see, confusion is a trickster's currency. If they roar, they spin your mind, they drown your clarity, fog, and spiritual anxiety. And when your head is dizzy, they take the wheel. And you have anybody around you that always want to bring chaos and confusion to you, who always are going to pretend like they don't know what's happening when they know what's happening. They are tricking you and they want something from you. Now, be very, very careful. Because see, if every word they speak leaves your spirit scrambled, that's not love, that's a setup. If you can't find peace in a person, if you can't find some kind of calm in a person, if you always got a nudging feeling in a person, they're not there for you. They don't want peace with you. They want to control you through chaos. Confusion is the cage, and you are the prisoner. They know you, but you don't know them. You see, if you peel back your layers, but keep their own armor locked tight, vulnerability is only enough to make you bleed first and hardest. If a person's been around you a very long time and you don't know the core of them, if a person's been around you a very long time and you don't understand the triggers in them, then you don't know that person. But if they know everything about you, it's a cautionary tale. You saying, baby, what's for you telling us exactly what to look for, but you're not telling us how to disarm it. Pay attention. They don't want intimacy, they want ammunition. Truth is their weapon. Sometimes you want to be truthful with a person and you're going to tell them exactly what's going on in your life. You're going to tell them exactly what you need. They're going to understand exactly your situation. But I'm going to tell you something. In that truth, they're going to use it as ammunition to keep you in a space where you don't need to be. They vanish when you need them most. There's a flip side to this. Loud in crowds, silent in storms. Defend their image, not their name. Neutralize their betrayal is a suit and tie. Now, I want to tell you something, okay? When a person come at you and they vanish every time you really, 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 really need them, when they see you when you really need them and they are not there, I'm going to tell you what, that person is a trickster. But there's another thing. If a person comes up and they there when you really, really do need them, they are right there when you need to see them and be there with them. They are right there in that chaos. Be very careful too, because that person can be a trickster wearing a delusional mask. If they disappear in your hardest hour, they never was your shelter, just a spectator. Drama isn't your enemy. Accountability is. Can they be accountable for their actions? They're silent, it's the selfish shield. Can they be accountable for their actions? Can they say, I fucked up? Can they say, baby whisper? I know you're about to say, baby whisper, that I can say I fucked up. Can you say it and can you understand why? Now, here's one that most y'all gave us a lot of questions for. They joke to hide the blade. Your dreams, their punchline. Your pain, their punchline. Then they laugh and say, relax, I'm just joking. But there's nothing funny about what cut and the gaslight. If the jokes break your spirit, that's not humor, it's warfare. Now, I'm going to get a little bit deeper on this one because a lot of y'all say, well, they just being funny, or you telling somebody something and you very serious about it and they laughing about it. And you trying to figure what is the smile on your face. It is the warfare to get to you. A trickster doesn't understand one thing: accountability. A trickster can never be accountable. They will always have excuses. They will always tell you why the excuse is more than accountability. Laughter is their anesthetic, so the cuts don't hurt until it's too late. You want to say there's no way that laughter can be a warfare. If you the punchline, it can't. If you telling somebody that this is hurting you so deep and they laughing like it's a joke. If you telling somebody something that you feel from the bottom of your heart and they brush it off and they make a joke about it. If you telling somebody how you feel and they don't see where you going, then this is the part right here where you need to understand the tricksters in your life. They invest to control and call it debt. A lot of people put you in situations where you're going to have to call on them. A lot of people put you in situations where you're going to need them. A lot of people come as knights in shiny armors. And in that side, that shining armor is that delusion and that warfare they got to control and take you over. Understand that some shiny objects are just a distraction because gifts always come with strings. Unless the currency is selfishly given. You said selfishly given. Currency is selfishly given. It got a whole person on it. The green note got a whole person on it. And that legacy that that person did, whether they stole, killed, shot, however they got on that dollar, they got there. Their family's still getting paid for it. The bloodshed of others are still getting paid for it. Well, why do you say gifts come with strings? If somebody give you a gift, be very careful on the outcome that comes with it. When you try to leave, they gonna invoice you for your convenience. You see, many people look at you and they say, you gotta repay me. Repay your debt to me. I did this for you, I did that for you, I did this for you, I did this, I gave up this, I gave up that. But love is never a leverage. It begins with L. Don't sound the same. If you gotta leverage what I have done for you, if you gotta leverage my convenience to you, if you leverage my value to you, you are not here for anything else but war. Y'all gonna say, babe, why you keep talking about war? There is a spiritual war going on. And while I'm at the end of my notes, this ain't the end of this, because this is my turn now. You see, Chuck had challenged me just a little bit of something. If I can free throw this, when I say free throw, I'm not going to free flow, because I'm about to take you off your game. You see, y'all tricksters come with collecting debts from people who are already broken and trying to repay themselves something. You can't let nobody else give you love when you are trying to repay yourself from something that you have broke. Because the only how you are going to repay yourself is if you fix what is broken. You're going to look at me and say, baby whisper, other people bring in peace. No, sweetheart, no. See, in this game of life, sometimes you notice the chessboard stays still. You know, be still and know I'm your God. You know how he tell you to go off and by yourself and meditate. He ain't said go off and go get a boy or a girl and go meditate. He said go off by thyself. Yeah, I know the Bible too. Sure do. And since we going into spiritual warfare, some of y'all look at me and say, baby whisper, where are we going from here? I am not a pawn in your game. Hey, Queen, you can't tell me how bad you are when somebody else is at your home laying in your bed. Ooh, you can't tell me what kind of king you got when he laying up with a whore. I ain't even done yet. You can't tell me what kind of king you are when you purposely got a succubus so you can suck out the life of all your homeboys that actually got potential. I didn't say I had to be nice on this one. I said I had to give it to you straight. You see, tricksters come up in everybody. Everybody has a trickster in them. Here's where free will comes down. You know that boy that can talk, he can sell ice to an Eskimo. You know that girl that can turn around and she can smooth talk her way out of anything. Inside you is a trickster for you to be able to get through life. What changes the game? When you start using other people as your pawns to get ahead on a journey you have no business being on. Then there's the flip side. You say, baby, what's why you keep doing this to us? Then there's a flip side. Because then there's a side where you got two choices in the road. There go that fork in the road. On the left, you're going to be the biggest drug king of all. On the right, you're going to have to struggle to get your business. But it's legit, and you're going to get that person that's supposed to be with you and that family's supposed to be with. But you're going to have all kind of enemies at your gate. But on this side, you got a whole bunch of false people telling you that they got your side while you got so many Death Eaters coming for you. You want money, power, and fame, or you want to struggle to get to it? Newsflash, ladies and gentlemen, your whole life is a struggle because you already got a potential. You are born with a purpose. Whether you take that purpose and use it for what you need to go to is your choice. That is called living life. But here we go with free will. Here come Karma. We already know she a bitch. She sure is. Here she come. And she comes saying, hey, make your choice. Be very careful of the people that stand next to you. Why I'm talking about it? Be very careful of the family members that you speak to. And why we going here about it? Be very careful of the words that come out your mouth. You see, everybody is born into a game of life. The Tricksters is a part of the game. What changes the game is when the Tricksters has an assignment. We are all assigned 3 Tricksters in our life. Did you know that? Did you know that we're all assigned 3 Tricksters? I'm going to let that sink in for a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to let that sink in just a little bit. Well, I'm trying to get Chuck's attention for him to give me my Pepsi. I'm going to let you sink in for a little bit. Because when you realize, thank you, when you realize that your 3 tricksters come 3 times in your life, I'm going to explain this. I'm going to sip on it while I do it. Ready? First one. First one is when you first get into school. Your first trickster comes. Second one. Second one is when you getting out of school or you, i.e., have left school. When you turn 18, your second trickster come. Ready for this one? Third one is when you turn 35. Your third trickster comes. You saying, baby, well, how you know that? The game of life is very easy when you got to look at the board. But I'm going to tell you something about that third trickster. The third trickster comes as a hell of an obstacle for you to face. Whether it comes as an accident, whether it comes as an incident, whether it comes as jail time, whether it comes as a career, whether it comes as you step in some kind of domestic situation, the third trickster in your life is you. You are going to be challenged. How do you overcome a trickster? How do you overcome a trickster? I've been getting that question the whole time. A gossip betrayals the confidence. Avoid anyone who talks too much. Proverbs 20:19. Let no corrupt communication proceed out your mouth. Ephesians 4:29. Let love be without hypocrisy. Romans 12:9. Anybody know where I'm going? Anybody know where I'm going? Y'all yelling at TV? Are you yelling at the TV yet? How you overcome a trickster is you got to have accountability in yourself. You have to know when you have to silence the storm, and you have to know when you got to fight the storm. And for those of y'all who want to run away, while you running away, you are not holding yourself accountable. Therefore, anybody can come in to trick you. You want to say, well, I know when I have to stay. You are the punchline. You done made yourself. You are a victim. I hate that word. There is nobody that is a victim unless you are dead. If you are still breathing, you are a survivor if you don't change the narrative. You can only see a trickster if you change the narrative. Note, walk up to a person you know been lying to you and tell them, I know you've been lying. Watch their face. Ask a person that keep telling you that they on your side. Ask that person, well, what did you do? Focus on yourself. Take away all the noise in order to get rid of every trickster in your life. And we're not talking about the three ones that come. We talk about the ones that come, because once you have not defeated the three tricksters in your life, what happens is that other people see that you have vulnerability. Vulnerability is an attraction of manipulation. And manipulation will come in and it will attack and take over what you are at that point. When your purpose is to save someone else, you are going to get hit by magician, illusionist, trickster. But there are some of y'all who have what we call angels on your side. And you got that one wild card. That one person that just wake you up. That one person that just say something to you and it click. That one person that lets you know that you're not crazy. You got that wild card. Some of y'all don't even use it. You see that person, you go, oh, they just make me sick. I don't want to hear that day. Nope, I'm going to go on and be in my little bubble. Pop that bubble. What you don't understand is you sucking the life out of yourself. See, you got to help a trickster defeat you. This is war. This is spiritual warfare. And everybody keeps saying, I don't believe in that. If you're breathing, you better. Now, I don't go with nothing else. And I don't do no juking, no hank shit. And I don't got nothing to do with that. And take that baka all by yourself. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But when you come in my realm, you better be ready to go to war with me. See, I'm one of those people that they attack constantly. I'm one of those people that got to wake somebody up. I'm one of those people that walk past people and see that pain. When you have that purpose, it is not going to be an easy walk. Most of the time, they stick the ones right beside you that's going to hurt you the most. And you saying, I'm cursed. You ain't cursed. You're not cursed. You're not cursed because there is nothing in you that is for malicious wounding to anybody else. And you're going to say, why are you talking like this, baby whisper? I want you to hear me when I say this. Stop betraying yourself to let somebody else live. You can't have anybody else take your life so much that it's going to serve their purpose. You cannot live somebody else's life. Borrowed time is just that. A trickster comes in, they job, they whole purpose. Just like your purpose is to help somebody, there are some of us put on this earth that their purpose is just to kill, steal, and destroy. That is the game. Along with good come the evil. Then we got the neutralizers. In this world where everything is turning upside down and everybody's confused on what they're doing and nobody wants to say what they really feeling, but everybody talking too damn much. Shut up. Take some time out and understand what you feeling. Take some time out and tell yourself what you worth. It is nobody's business how much you cost. Because in life, cost is everything. The value of self is everything. We ain't talking about money. I'm talking about the real currency. A trickster's game plan is to come take the real currency. That's you. There is nothing more valuable in life than life. What breatheth, what talketh, what moveth. There is nothing more important in life. That dead dollar bill that you see, that dead man walking, you see, is not more valuable yet. We use it to be more valuable because they want us to be selfish. So we learn not to value ourselves. What is your value? I want y'all to sit down to yourselves and ask yourself, what is my value? I want you to write down on a piece of paper your knowledge. How much is it worth? Your heart. How much is it worth? Your mind. How much is it worth? Your ability. How much is it worth? So when you looking for somebody else, you wondering, is they cute? Do they got a job? Can they think for themselves? Can they talk for themselves? Can they move in their own power? That is a king and a queen. Stop picking up these tricksters, thinking that you're going to trick them into being who you want them to be. You can't buy what they want, but they can take it from you. I got an affirmation for you. This is the ultimate defying affirmation for every king and queen to say. I am not a pawn in their game. I am the queen of my peace. I am the king of my peace. Their lies bounce off my armor. Their smiles don't crack my soul. I read the mask before the first words slip. Their whispers fuel my fire, but they don't extinguish my light. I hold my truth like a blade, sharp, unyielding, unstoppable. No manipulation can chain me. I break every shackle with clarity. I am the storm they fear, the silence they can't break, the power they can't steal. I am rooted, I am royal, I am free. I will never be played again. I want you to keep saying it to yourself. Every morning, I want you to get up. And if you have dealt with a trickster, I want you to get up every morning and I want you to say the affirmation to yourself. You ain't got to look in the mirror. It ain't time for you to look in the mirror yet. I want you to say it to yourself, yell it to yourself. Understand that your value, your knowledge, your heart, your purpose is what that trickster wants. Understand that you cannot vanish without giving in to them first. Sometimes they say people are very, very nice. They are over nice. They are over nice. They are very, very nice. That ain't the people you got to work up. Nope, nope. They're not the people. Not them. It's the ones that come in and say, I know your pain. Let me help you fix it. But they don't fix it. You got more pain. You dredging up more stuff. If somebody came into your life and they told you, I want to help you fix it, and they didn't walk you through how to fix it, and you didn't feel better afterwards, if you can't lay in the dark, if you can't understand why you feel that way, do not go back to that person. They are draining your purpose. Baby, you keep saying that. Currency. How much am I worth? You can't afford me. When people say that, they know their truth. Currency. How much is my teachings worth? You can't afford me. You cannot buy my potential. You can't buy my knowledge. You can't buy who I am. You can't even rent me. And for some of y'all who are allowing yourself to be rented, and you wondering why your chaos is still swirling, that soul tie while you renting. Tricksters love putting soul tie places that other people can come along and pull, because you're going to always go back to that trickster. That's your comfort. It's not comfort, it's a cage. You are comfortably in a cage of deceit. You have deceived yourself to think this person is on your side. And while that person is still hiding that monster they got inside of them, while they hiding that broken pain they got inside of them, you feeling it. They have to project it to another person. They got to drain another person. They got to let somebody else feel what they think They should never have to feel. It is your choice to put yourself there. What do we choose in magic tricks? Abracadabra, motherfucker. I just uncovered your mask. Shh.
Subtle magic tricks, manipulation isn't love, it's strategy. You watch me, flip my mind. You called it love, but I called the trick. Now I see it all.
Summer colds suck.
Yeah.
They really do. Boo! I'm going to say abracadabra, but ain't no demons coming up in here. It's going to be the Lord Jesus Christ. And I'm also going to move this over to this one because he got the penny voice. Okay. Y'all. Now, y'all going to see this. Y'all going to say, she done lost her bag. She done did this backwards. Right about now, you've already seen bobblehead number 1.
Is he green light on?
It's green. That's what I was looking for.
I just want to make sure I ain't paused it and ain't crazy.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Just trying to get it on. Yeah.
Bobblehead number 1 then already went, and bobblehead number 2 then went, and I'm calling this bobblehead because it's hot as shit outside. I mean, wait, we in the savage room. I can high school.
Yeah.
All right, so we at Tricksters, and if you notice, he got a Whisper Hear Me shirt on, and I got a green shirt on. But when you see us at Magicians, we gonna have army on. Anyway, so we had to calm in all 50 states. You will go to jail. We're talking about deceitful lies. Wait a minute. Even that trick is deceitful lies because you never mind. Anyway, so Mr. Chuck, explain to them what the trick is.
The trick is to manipulate you without you seeing that you're being manipulated.
There's the trick, ladies and gentlemen.
Or at least without you accepting it.
Now, why do they manipulate? I'm going to hit him with some questions. Because y'all keep saying, Chuck don't ever explain the boy code. And the guys be like, Chuck, shut up with the boy code. So, okay, so why do tricksters manipulate? Seriously.
I mean, it's their nature, for real. At the end of the day, they want something from you, and it's most likely something they don't want to have to do or produce or come up with for themselves. And so then they begin to try to manipulate people to get what they think they supposed to deserve or have. So
I think it's a survival tactic that's in a disguise. Because a lot of people, when they try to manipulate something, they try, like you said, they don't know how to get to the point that somebody else has. But
I mean, I get that, right? But I mean, at some point, the survival tactic. I mean, if it's causing somebody else undue harm, then they're not surviving. They tricksters.
They are, but they sabotaging, right?
You're a trickster to survive, but you're a trickster.
Because when does survival cross the line and become sabotage?
Like I said, as soon as it causes harm to the other person, some type of loss or harm to the other person that's involved, it is now sabotage. You have done the trick.
But can you excuse people deception? Can you excuse their deception?
Okay, so you got to ask yourself this, right? And so you figure out somebody's been manipulating you or deceiving you. You got to look then back with that knowledge and see how many times they've really actually already done this before. And I'm gonna ask you, do you think a person to get away with this type of thing over and over and over, then they get caught, they just gonna fucking stop?
No, they're not.
Of course they're not.
Because that's their purpose. Most of the time, tricksters are brought into your life purposely to deceive you, to take you on a journey and a direction, which a lot of y'all don't understand that either. Which brings me to...
Nah, they gonna change the person.
Change what person? You can't tell me.
To me, a trickster ain't even human.
Okay,
I'll
so
take his head right off his shoulder when he ain't thinking twice about it.
okay, so the Savage Room question is, y'all ready? Because he took a deep breath on me when I gave him these. You ready? Tasha Whitmore from Georgia. In manipulation and survival mechanism, how do we discern when to dismantle the relationship or when to offer grace? Grace to what?
Again, first of all, I, just a question, right? How many of you are going to stop surviving?
Grace to what?
No, forget that. How many of you are going to stop surviving?
You can't stop surviving.
I don't know anybody that's going to stop surviving. So if that's what you're using as a survival mechanism, when the hell do you think it's going to stop?
Nothing.
Exactly. The time to cut it off is when you find out about it. It's time for you to start at least getting yourself together mentally and all that stuff, putting yourself separated and aside from that person. And if they are, and you're going to start to move on, so that's just all there is to it, because anything else is foolishness.
My biggest question is, why are y'all trying to change a person who's telling y'all they not going to change?
Maybe not with their words, but with their actions, which speak way louder than words.
First of all, they tell you they're going to change their line. It's evolving. We don't.
I changed.
A person
I changed.
Not change.
You changed your drawers. You changed your socks. But you changed what? Who the hell you are as a person? No. I can't see it.
Because the change is manipulated.
Listen, when a person changes who they are as a person, when that happens, when that transformation happens, it's not a change, it's a transformation. When that transformation happens, everybody can see it. When you look at them, you can see it different.
But they ain't going to tell you they changed. They're going to tell you they grew up. It's going to be the word and it's going to be different too. Because we all grow up. We all get old. But have you evolved into the person you're supposed to be? Or are you still the person that you're still learning with, training with? So let's talk about the few that fuels the Tricksters game. Behind every mask is the fakery, is raw, rattled fear. Fear of exposure, fear of vulnerability, fear of losing control.
Yeah, and that fear, oftentimes they try to project onto you.
Are they truly fake, or are they just terrified to be real?
Both. It's like this. The Bible says everyone who does evil hates the light.
Yep.
Right? That's what scripture is that?
John 3:20.
Yeah, okay. So John 3:20, everybody who listen, if you love the darkness, you're gonna hate the light. That's why I keep telling y'all, there is no gray area. Nope. There's either love or there's hate. Yep. There's light or there's darkness. There's good and there's evil. There's not no both together. There's no gray area. There's no fence for you to straddle. The fence is not real.
And I don't know why y'all keep asking me how fear justifies the web of lies. Fear does not justify lies. Because if you are actually fearful of something, you're going to have to face the truth.
And I mean, it could be their motivation, but it don't justify anything. We're going to make our choice and we're going to do what we do. And at the end of the day, we want to justify because we don't want to face consequences of our actions.
Now, this is where I get excited. Y'all kings finally came to life. They finally came to life.
Oh, word.
After checkmate, y'all finally came to life. So, Mr. Marcus Reynolds from Texas says, can recognizing fear in a manipulator change the way we approach boundaries, or does it risk enabling their deception?
Okay, well, it absolutely should change the way we approach boundaries.
Why?
Right? Because now we know their fears. Mm-hmm. So we should change the way we approach boundaries, and that we see finally some type of depth in the person, because they're so shallow.
What's the word?
Yeah. So they finally showed some vulnerability. Thank you, because I would have been all day trying to just think of the word, right?
It's been a long day.
And out there, y'all, with the thing. So when you recognize the fear in them, of course, it's going to change how you approach your boundaries. But it shouldn't change the fact that they are enforced.
Which leads us to this. I just talked about this. I ended with this. Some of y'all gonna be mad at me because I ended with this. Currency, control over connection. Their false currency. Vulnerability terrifies them. Love is a contract weighed with hidden terms, not a gift freely given. What happens when your truth shines a spotlight on their poison? I did it, didn't I?
Hey, look, it goes like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's either gonna be a "How dare you? I can't believe you think that,"
Mm-hmm.
or there's gonna be, uh, the out and out blatant "You're crazy" and none of that is
But where
real.
you getting this from? Somebody putting this in your head.
Right. It's gonna be all the classic. What my homeboy Steve used to say, or rest his soul. What he used to say is, um, past behavior is the best predictor of future behavior, right? So if they already was doing it, now they're saying they can't believe you think they was doing it. Why are they saying that? Because you should expect that, because they've already faked on you already been fronting, they already been faking. So you should expect the fake surprise, or the fake "I didn't know," or the fake "I didn't mean it." You should expect all that, but you also should inspect
But
the
how do you
situation.
protect? Now here's one that I didn't like the way this question was given. Okay, so random people give us questions and I take it and I spin it and then I give it to him and he goes crazy about it and we change it, but we didn't do that this time. So how does you protect your purity without dimming your light? First of all, nobody can dim your light unless you turn it down yourself. And while you dimming your light for somebody else to be comfortable, you need to ask them. You need to ask the question: why are they more liking you when you are in your darkest space?
Right. Why are they more comfortable when your light is out? Who's comfortable in the darkness?
Nobody. Now there are
Oh,
people.
somebody. Demons and devils.
They're not people though.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
they
Neither are
entities.
tricksters. You know what
They're
I'm saying?
entities, which is I keep talking about spiritual warfare. All right, my Monique Carter from California. When control masquerades as care, how do we protect our authentic selves without alienating others who may not see the truth yet? Tell the truth.
You wait.
When control masquerade as care, how do we protect our authentic selves without alienating others who may not see the truth yet? Tell the truth.
I would have to say,
James Devil, tell the truth.
yeah, I mean, your authentic self. If you can't be your authentic self around somebody, you shouldn't be being around that person. You shouldn't let that person be around you. But I can't even be me around you. You know what I'm saying? Why am I around you? Why you always want to be around me and I can't be me?
And if nobody can be yourself around somebody that they don't care for you in the beginning anyway.
Right.
They
Y'all
only care for what they can see in you.
think about it. If you're a real person, right? Somebody you don't really like that, or you ain't interested in what they interested in, you don't deal with like that, you don't go out of your way to be around them. You don't go talk to them. And if they happen to be in the same place you in, you you naturally drift away from them people, because I don't want to hear that, or I'm not talking about, that's not what I'm into. You understand? So if the person is not into any of that, why the hell are they around you?
Or you do what he do and start talking about the Bible and everybody flee.
Because what you around me for? What are you here for? You must be looking for a word. That's the only thing you're gonna get from
But I
me.
have a question. Why do y'all keep thinking that you have to dim your light to attract someone? That's a good question, isn't it?
I don't know why they think that. I mean, I really do. That's that thing. It's a part of what I call friendly extortion, right? Like, um, you know how you ask somebody for something. You ever seen a person ask a person for something? The person don't want to give it, but the way that they ask them, and like the forcefulness of their demeanor and all that, it's like they not really asking. It's
They
gonna be
tell
a
them.
problem if you don't let me have what I'm asking you for. That's friendly extortion, right? You didn't actually threaten them or go rah rah, but you indicated, and they know it's gonna be a problem if they say no. That's friendly extortion,
Okay.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
okay, so what was the question again? Back to the question, because you got me now. Back to the question.
When control masquerade as
Yeah,
care, How do we protect our authentic selves without alienating others
Right.
who may not see the truth yet?
Okay, right. So now the truth that you have to show them is your authentic self. This is where you gotta know and be you enough to say, hey, that what you gotta be able to cut people off.
Okay.
You gotta be able to, you know what I'm saying? Because if you can't be you can't be nothing.
But I have a question. If you have people who are around you that root for a person that you know that is against you or doing harm to you and tell you, okay, yeah, you need to just try this and just stay with this. You need to be wary of those people too.
You know the magician always got his helper,
And
right? He always got the,
why you pointing at me when
the
you
chick
say
with the
helper?
dress because she always be to the side of him. You know what I'm saying? She be the chick with the little short skirt, you know, and a pretty smile. You know what I'm saying? He always got a distraction for you. So consider that when there's people around you saying things that don't make sense according to what's actually happening. Like it don't make sense for you to still deal with BS. It don't make sense for you to still deal with a person who don't even like you or they just using you. If you're being useful, that's one thing, right? And that's only to a degree. But a person who's using you is always going to just be using you.
And
They're always going to be taking out of you. They're never going to be pouring into you.
But here's another thing. They like to trick you into defending their throne. Let me say it again. They like to trick you to defending their throne. Sarcasm stings, ghosting silence, victim blaming. They wield they'll wield these like weapons to keep their power intact. Now, I have a question. How can you see control hiding behind the mask of care? If somebody is caring about something way too much, if somebody have you isolated away from where your original people will be, if you got to change your whole routine, if you can't see your friends, if you can't talk on the phone, if you got to be underneath what they want you to do, underneath their strict thing, on their thing, I hate to tell you, you are defending a trickster's throne. And their throne is using
Everything, your life, your energy, everything that you got that you can give.
What signs reveal manipulation dressed as love? Come on, let's name them. I got 10 for you. Ready? Number one. Come on, number one.
Go ahead.
Number one, shaming. Right? Number two, love bombing. Number three, acting different when other people are around. Number four, rules. Number five, now, wait, hold on. Let's back up a second. Rules. There are rules when you are in a relationship. There are rules when you're married. But unseen rules that are just for you is right. Number five, if you got to get rid of everything that was there before that. Number six, you can't think for yourself. Number seven, you don't need money for yourself. Number eight, your career is gone. Number nine, he controlled the kids. Or she controlled the kids. Number 10, you have depression out of nowhere.
Right.
Number 10 is very important. If your person in your life or your friend or whoever the fuck they are in your life is putting in depression in you instead of pulling it out of you, be very wary of the tricks.
Right, because people with real friends rarely are really depressed, but they really have underlying issues. And those friends, they try to help with the depression. They don't like bind you up more.
Fine, that's a good word. Darkness fights the light with every tool it has. So if somebody put anxiety in you, if somebody put depression in you, if somebody put those cultivated feelings in you, then they're binding you up. What else do that? A spider, right? Oh, okay. Well, Darius from Freeman, New York.
And also serpents.
A serpent do that too?
Serpent binds you
I
up
don't like
and
snakes.
then bite and put the poison right in you.
Listen, if you ever want a baby whisper to cuss you out, show me a snake or a spider. I don't like, or frogs. Anyway, that's not the point. Darius Freeman from New York said, How do you maintain compassion for someone who weaponizes emotional withdrawals to punch you?
Punish you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Read that. Read that from a guy. Read that with a
He
man's
said,
voice.
how do you maintain compassion for someone who weaponizes emotional withdrawal to punish you? A person who is weaponizing emotional withdrawal to punish you. Think about that. Do
Why
you
are
really
you
want to remain
showing compassion?
compassionate? Is that okay? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Watch this, right? When you say Jesus, everybody be like, okay, love, calmness,
Power, truth,
peace, and all this stuff, right? Yeah,
right.
you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
So, but y'all forget this the same dude that braided the cords and turned the money changers tables over and went there and whipped all the people and whipped them out and whipped the animals out behind them.
I'm the girl. So can I say something? What the hell do you have compassion for somebody who is whipping you and punching the hell out of you with your emotion?
Like they emotionally beating you up. Listen, when and also if you notice a pattern he had, it was this, right? He'll talk to a person, he come with the compassion, you know what I'm saying? And then when the person gets stiff necked and act all what do you call it? Arrogant, when their response is arrogance, then he hit them with the brimstone and hellfire. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand where all this you always got to be compassionate stuff come from. Listen, it's a weakness and it's soft and weak for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're gonna take you as. Oh, I got me a sucker. I got me a soft one.
Yep.
Because you're trying to show compassion when you're supposed to be punishing, or you're supposed to be cutting. When you're
And
supposed to cut.
half of y'all walk around here showing compassion for people that hate you. I'm gonna say that again so they can hear me. Half of y'all walk around here showing compassion for people that hate you. Because empathy, crossroad, love without losing yourself.
Right. I mean, honestly, when you think about it, I mean, I don't know. I've had too many experiences. Listen, I was 18. They were telling me I was an old man. Um, and look, I finally made it. But so, you man, listen, I can only speak from experience, and my experience says cut the cord. You know what I'm saying? Cut and run, baby. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Cut and run.
But I understand when you cut the cord because you are the person with real emotion, it's gonna be raw when you do it. But there's one thing that you gonna understand when you cut the cord to manipulation. You gonna feel much better within 5 days. And you're gonna be like, babe, what you mean within 5 days? Because it's stupid to tell you the next day you're gonna feel much better. No, you not, because you the one with the real feeling. But you have lost yourself. Go find yourself. Speaking of which, love doesn't heal without boundaries protected. Compassion isn't the same as correspondence. Y'all
No, that's
keep
codependent.
codependent. What did I just say?
Correspondence. We need some correspondence. Some of these people, I'm gonna tell you. Listen. Codependence is different. Okay, that's all. It's different. It's
If
not the
you have to
same.
depend on a person in order to get your happiness, you not in love. You infatuated. If you can't leave a person alone when they say you leave them alone, and you're not generally just trying to figure out they alright, you leave them alone for a little bit, and you be like, you alright, and you go away again. But if you constantly 175 times calling somebody,
And it don't make sense. I mean, it kind of makes sense if y'all codependent, right? If both of y'all got a problem, that might be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can just work some things out. It's easy that way. But a lot of times, it's not really codependency. It's simply dependency. They have you dependent on, this relationship or whatever. You know what I'm
but
saying? They not dependent on it because
where's the
that person could walk
line?
away at any time.
Where is the line drawn between love and bondage? Where is the
At the
line?
beginning.
Where is the line? There is no line between love and bondage.
At the beginning, that's where the line is drawn.
Because love and bondage don't go together. You're not in bondage when you're in love.
Exactly. at the beginning, that's where the line is right there. Because when it starts, if you pay attention, you can know which one of these you're gonna be traveling in.
And there's so many of y'all who
You know what I'm
are
saying?
prisoner. You are a prisoner to an illusion, and you don't understand that you are codependent on that person because the illusion is being held in place by the cage they didn't put you in.
Right.
Okay, last question, and we gonna go on and we gonna cut this cord with our final say. Is it possible to fully love someone without sacrificing your own mental and emotional freedom, especially when they constantly trigger your wounds? Jasmine Power from Illinois.
Can I answer to Jasmine? Okay. First of all, you kind of do sacrifice your own mental and emotional freedom when you fall in love with somebody, right? When y'all fall in love together, they sacrifice their emotional, they sacrifice their mental and emotional freedom to you, and you sacrifice it to them, and then y'all give it back to each other. See, that's how you know if you in love, or if you and somebody are in love together, or if you in love alone. Because once you sacrificed yours, they didn't set you back with freedom.
Right.
You understand? And when that happens, like I said at the beginning, you know which one you're going to be traveling in. You can be traveling in love, or you can be traveling in bondage. You're traveling in bondage because apparently that sacrifice wasn't set free.
But the sacrifice doesn't become a sacrifice when two people enter into a partnership.
Only it is. But it is. It really is. And that's the whole point. It is. It's a sacrifice. But when you sacrifice this way for this person, you just gave them everything, right? Well, the thing about it, when you sacrifice a guy, you're giving up into, right? You sacrifice to a deed. So if you sacrifice, you just gave that all over to that person. And if that person sacrificed theirs to yours, to you still got it. You still got peace. You still got love. You still got emotional freedom. Why? Because okay, but it's an exchange, but it's still a sacrifice because that's what it feels like when you first do it.
It is called, okay, I like to change the narrative because they like to confuse things. So I like to change the narrative. So it's called what we call an emotional sacrifice. When you emotionally sacrifice, you don't lose anything. When you sacrifice, you're going to lose something. But there's a rebirth that needs to come out. And the rebirth is when you finally wake up, is that person going to still be beside you? Or when you wake up, are you going to be, as they say, burning the bed now?
Listen, all I know is if a person is triggering your wounds, that means they take pleasure in your pain.
Yep.
Right? If they triggering your wounds, that means they take pleasure in your pain. So this you giving them over yourself, and they're like, da-la-da-la-da-da. They plucking it around, shaking it up. They just playing with you, a toy. You're a cat toy. We're gonna bounce around, and play with it and watch all the things that it does. Excuse me. So understand. That's the water off the thing. So understand. You gotta get away. You have got to get away.
You guys got to stop staying with tricksters thinking that y'all gonna change them. You cannot change somebody who uses manipulation as a power to survive anything. But they're not surviving. This is their purpose. What you keep forgetting, a lot of them be on the hunt. You keep forgetting is we all have a purpose in life. We all have purposes. Some of our purposes is for us to heal, make, grow, and some of our purposes is to kill, steal, and destroy.
Understand that. Comprehend that. Hear what is being said.
On that note, this is Tricksters. And this is part 1 of Magic Tricks. We'd like to thank y'all for joining us tonight.
We really do appreciate you guys.
You know what tonight is?
What?
Gizmo turned 18.
Oh yeah! Happy birthday, bro!
My baby turned 18. So,
my little dude.
If you've seen this all the way through, comment happy
Family
birthday.
Lawyer.
Happy birthday, Gizmo. In the comments for me. If y'all enjoy Tricksters, check out our next infusion. And by the way, since y'all watching this, Savage Room is going to be the only thing that is going to appear for the Baby Whisper movement in July. You're only going to see the 3 Savage Rooms. That is it. Oh, and a couple of our security. That is it. July, we are going on a hiatus. Is that what you call it?
Yes.
A hiatus. We're going on a hiatus. So, you guys gonna see us go live one of these days. One of these days, you're gonna see us go live. Y'all ready? Y'all know what to do. This is Savage Room. magic tricks. I hope I made my mama proud. And Miss Girl, who got 1.9 viewers, who asked me that, can we do magic tricks for you, and can you have control over it?
Can I? Can I? This is a savage room, so I can answer, right?
Mhm.
I can tell her that
Mhm.
she illegally.
No, you can't do that.
Anyway,
Oh my God! By the way, there are two of us. I keep saying that, you see two of us, yet y'all come to me and say, "Why don't you just do it with us?" Because it would be the savage room. Y'all know what to do. Before he say something he ain't supposed to. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shh.
Silence, silence, sabotage, manipulation. When someone doesn't steal your heart, they steal your mind. I used to chase my thoughts, now I second guess every step. You spoke so soft, made right feel wrong, till I forgot what right even meant. You whispered down like lullabies, turned dreams into a maze. Told me I was safe with you, while you rewrote my brain. How long? You tied my mind in chains, taught me to flinch at my own name. Your magic wasn't loud but cruel, you made me question what was true. So now I'm breaking free, undoing lies you planted in me. It wasn't love, it was control, wrapped in words that felt like home. I remember thinking I was crazy every time you flipped the script. You made me carry your mistakes, then blame me when I tripped. You smiled while you erased me, played sweet while I broke down. It's hard to scream when silence is the trick they use to drown.
Now I see your sleight of hand, the way you bent my truth like sand. You never needed a knife or blow, you stole me soft real slow.
But baby, I'm no puppet now. You don't own the voice I found.
Your magic failed the moment I chose me over your lie.
How long?
But I broke the curse, rising from the wreck unrehearsed. Your chains are clever but not built to last. I'm walking forward, leaving your past.
Fell down, not anymore. I'm not your mind to twist or store.
You had my head but never my soul. Now I'm whole, now I know.
Back up, I'm stepping in mean. Lip gloss popping, crown sitting clean. Ain't here for the soft talk, this room got heat. Savage room queen still snatching the seat. I don't beg, I don't chase, I don't cry. I just boss up, glow up, and tell them bye. Got them shook off the walk in the side eye. I'm the whole plate, baby, you a small fry. Click, clack in my heels, that's power. Big drip ain't sweet, I devour. Make them freeze when I talk, no stutter. Built